Hey guys, what to trade this week? In this video, we'll discuss EURUSD and pound dollar pairs. We'll discuss gold and Bitcoin. We will analyze New Zealand dollar pair. Today's video will be based on the recording of today's live stream with my students. I will share with you the forecasts and analysis for this week. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's start. What I wanted to start our today's live stream is EURUSD. On EURUSD, important decision is ahead. As you remember, traders, earlier we spotted this major full-length trend line on EURUSD. Yes, here it goes, and moreover, here we also spotted one more trend line. It was based on this highs. Yeah, so you can see that at the moment EURUSD is approaching one trend line and is very close to the second one. Moreover, looking left at structure, traders, you can see that here we have a very nice confluence with that horizontal structure. You can see that in the recent past it was a quite strong resistance, and after the breakout with a very high probability it turned into support. And one more important thing to note right here is that trend line. So we have a lot of supports that the pair is approaching right now. And technically speaking, this all supports compose this contracting demand zone. And within that demand zone, we will expect the accumulation of buying volumes. From that blue zone, probabilities will be high to see a bullish movement, at least to retest a current high, right? And for now, our task is to simply wait for a confirmation within that area. For now, analyzing lower time frames, for now, here we see just a healthy bearish trend. We see how strongly bears are pushing the market, and for now, approaching that zone, we don't see any signs of weakness. So traders, for now, flag EURUSD in your watch list and monitor that blue zone carefully. We will try to buy the market from there, and on the coming live streams, I will share with you the updates for EURUSD, and once I see a solid confirmation, I will share that with you. The next one is pound dollar. And the situation on pound dollar looks very, very similar to what we saw on EURUSD. On pound dollar pair, as you remember, traders, we spotted earlier the breakout of that major trend line. Yes, we got a very strong trend line right here that was a very strong resistance. And you can see that 3 times in a row, the market drops nicely from that. And finally, last week, that trend line was broken. And after the breakout, pound dollar violated multiple resistances. Yes, we got a very strong resistance right here, and we got a very strong resistance right here. And the price successfully violated them. So that trend line and these two horizontal structures turned into supports right now. And they compose the expanding demand zone, right? And from that blue zone, again, we will expect a bullish movement. Yes, I strongly believe, traders, that pound dollar may reach that resistance soon. And probabilities will be high that this bullish movement to that resistance will initiate from that blue structure. Again, our task for now is to patiently monitor the reaction of the price to that blue zone. And you should remember that while the market is trading within that zone, buying volumes will accumulate. And lower the market goes, more buyers will buy. So monitor carefully that blue area. Analyzing the intraday perspective so far, we see nothing right here. Moreover, if we analyze the price action here on the 4-hour time frame, if we take this bullish impulse, this retracement, copy and paste this bullish impulse and project it from the completion point of the retracement, you can see that here we have a classic example of the harmonic ABCD pattern. And what we know about a harmonic ABCD pattern is that it is a local bearish pattern. And with a very high probability from that point, the market may initiate some minor correctional movement. And that double top that we formed right here in the 4-hour indicates that pound dollar may drop a bit lower first before it starts growing. So that blue area is in focus. Once I see a confirmation to buy again, I will share with you the setup. For now, we simply flag the pair and pay close attention to that. Let's briefly take a look at Bitcoin traders. Let's check what is up with Bitcoin. So let me remind you, here are the drawings from our last live stream. And last week, traders, we spotted a breakout of that major horizontal zone of supply, right? We got a very strong structural resistance right here that was respected many times by the market participants. And it turned out that the price broke that deep side with the high momentum bullish candle. We violated that resistance and closed above that. Now, as we discussed, that entire white cluster is a demand zone. And from that demand zone, we will expect a bullish continuation to that resistance. What we spotted also was this flag pattern. And we discussed that bullish breakout of that flag may initiate a bullish continuation. After the breakout, indeed, the price bounced, retests the current high, and now the market drops again. And if we analyze the current price action here on Bitcoin traders, remember that right here, again, we have the similar flag. And in order to buy Bitcoin now, what we should wait for, again, we should wait for bullish breakout of the resistance of the flag. Again, yes, so for now, that will be your confirmation. Monitor carefully that flag. Remember that the price may stack within that flag for a quite long period of time. It can easily drop lower before it bounce. So for now, pay close attention to the resistance of the flag. Once the price breaks that, closes above that, it will most likely initiate a bullish movement on Bitcoin. Now, what I wanted to analyze with you today as well is gold. So this morning, I received so many questions from you about gold. I knew that for now, the situation on gold is very tricky. If on a weekly time frame, everything is clear, yes, as you remember, we spotted earlier this major falling parallel channel where the market is trading right now. And of course, analyzing the weekly time frame, we can easily predict that the market will most likely keep falling. The situation is a bit different on a daily time frame. You can see that on a daily time frame, we respected the current year's low, formed a doji candle on that, and then bounced. And bouncing, the market initiated this bullish movement. And for now, the price didn't manage to reach the resistance of the channel. It makes me think that buyers will try to push gold a bit higher. Yes, chances will be high to see bullish movement to the resistance of the channel. So investigating what is happening in the 4-hour. On the 4-hour time frame, you can even see that technically speaking here, we still have a minor bullish trend. Even though locally the market is very bearish, you can see that for now, that horizontal structure right here is nicely respected. Yes, you can see, by the way, how important it was for the market participants in the recent past. And approaching that again, you can see that today we formed a cute doji candle on that. So everything right now depends on the reaction of the price to that support. And from a current perspective, I see two potential scenarios. If the price breaks that yellow support to the downside, if we close below that on a 4-hour, then we will expect a bearish continuation to current low. Yes, if you're a scalper, if you're scalping gold, the breakout of that yellow support will be a very important trigger, and it will most likely push the market lower. Moreover, if then the price also breaks that yellow cluster and closes below that on a daily, it will push gold much lower. So if you're looking for a trend following trading setup, such a breakout will be the best option for you to trade. Yes, and of course we will monitor gold carefully, and tomorrow I will share with you the update again. Yes, it's very interesting how the price will react to that yellow support. But we should also consider bullish scenario right here. We will be bullish on gold if, take a look what we have on an hourly time frame. Analyzing the perspective on an hourly time frame, we can see right here, traders, that here we have some consolidation. Yes, you can see that on an hourly time frame we are currently kind of ranging. Yes, here is our trading range where we stuck for now. And in order to buy gold, I would suggest waiting for a bullish breakout of the resistance of that range. You can see that just recently it was respected nicely 2 times in a row. And probabilities will be high that after that we will see some bullish continuation. First of all, to that resistance, and if we break that resistance to the upside, then we will most likely bounce to current local highs. Yes, so as always, everything depends on breakout, traders. As we discussed, the market for now didn't manage to reach the major resistance of a channel that we spotted in weekly, so buyers may try to push the market to that. But in order to confirm that, we will need a breakout. And of course, trend is always our friend. Yes, and following the trend, the best strategy for us to follow will be to wait for a breakout of that horizontal yellow structure support to the downside. Yes, that will be our plan. By the way, a lot of questions this morning also about New Zealand dollar pair. And many of you were asking me whether I am bullish or bearish on this one. Let me remind you that for now, it is very hard to have a correct directional bias on New Zealand dollar. From one side, yeah, we got a bullish breakout of that major resistance. Yes, we got a very strong supply cluster right here that was nicely respected 2 times in a row in the recent past, and then it was broken to the upside. Of course, from such a perspective, the pair looks very bullish, but the situation changes dramatically if we zoom out the chart. And take that structure low. We take that structure low, we draw a trend line. Sorry, I guess not that low. Let's try to do it from here. Yeah, we take that structure low, draw a trend line. Yeah, take a look, traders. We have this major falling trend line. Yes, you can see that in the past it was a very strong support. And you can see that 1, 2, 3 times in a row we saw very strong bullish movements from that. And then that trend line was broken to the downside. And of course, according to our rules, it turned into resistance. And you can see how nicely the price respected that. Yeah, we were nicely rejected from that. We formed a doji candle on that. And now the price is stuck between that trend line and that horizontal structure. In the future, direction of the market will be clear for us only after a breakout. Yes, if we break the trend line to the upside, it will most likely initiate a bullish continuation. But if we break that support to the downside, the price will most likely drop. And currently, it is not clear to me what will happen. The only thing that we can add right here is that the trend is bearish, very sharply bearish, and probabilities will be higher that the pair will drop again. So please consider that in your analysis. Remember that zooming out the chart, quite often we find very important clues, so don't forget to do that when you execute your own analysis. Couple of words about dollar index. So you can see that in my watch list, dollar index is flagged. The main reason why it is flagged is the fact that, first of all, we broke recently that major rising trend line right here, but we also broke that horizontal structure support and set a new low. So it looks like that for now we have just a local correctional movement, and quite soon the index will drop again. You can see that here we have a very strong horizontal structure support, and based on that horizontal structure support, by the way, the support that right now turned into resistance and that trend line, we have the potential reversal zone, and chances will be high to see bearish continuation from that. So watch this one carefully. Again, once the bearish movement on this one initiates, it will confirm our analysis on EURUSD, pound dollar, dollar CAD. So let's just wait. Yes, monitor patiently that blue zone, and let's wait for confirmation there. Yes, as always, I will monitor that carefully, and once I see the needed setup, I will share that with you. Right, traders, if you want me to analyze something else for you, remember that you can always ask me in the comment section on YouTube. I always reply. Also, traders, remember that for my students, I do such kind of videos every day. So if you want to learn how to trade, if you want to see how I trade live, it will be the best place for you to be and to learn how to trade. The link in the description below. Also, traders, please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you this week. Thank you so much for watching.